Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've recorded a video for my channel, so today I decided to make a short video about medical sales because I do get a lot of questions from you guys, and especially from people who are considering medical sales as a career path. And I'm getting more and more requests from different parts of the world, so it's no longer just North America now. So I get people writing me from the UK, from Australia, from Austria, I believe, and also people from India, Pakistan. They're trying to understand if this is the right path and the right career for them. So I'm happy to talk more about it. And today I would like to tell you what I personally learned from starting my career in medical sales, because I hope that can help answering some of your requests and some of your questions. Before I continue, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and leave your comments and questions below the video. Okay, so let's talk about medical sales and why I think it's a good career path to choose. Again, it's personal preference. It's also it depends on what do you want to do, and I want to share my perspective and my experience because I mostly talk about my experience and why I chose it, so you can learn from it and you can decide for yourself. First of all, I need to start with a story, my story, that when I was graduating from university, medical sales career was not a plan for me. That was not something I was considering at the time. Especially graduating with master's degree, not many people consider this career path. It came to me based on criteria I chose for myself. Because when it came to a point where I had to choose what I'm going to do, what type of job I'm going to look for, I listed down criteria that I thought are important for me, and I wanted to find a job that can actually meet all of those criteria. So number one criteria was I want to stay in medical technology sector. I want to be as close as possible to medicine, to medical devices. Second one was communication. I wanted to learn communication skills. I wanted to perfect my writing skills, my verbal skills, my obviously communication with different types of people. Not that I was bad at it, but I also felt I didn't have enough experience, especially speaking the second language at the time. So that was the criteria. I also wanted to work with highly educated people so I can learn every day, because that's something that was important for me. I also wanted to be able to support myself. I wanted to be able to make enough money so I can afford to pay my student loan, and I wanted to make sure I can afford to live. So pay my rent, pay my bills, etc. So I think those are my main criteria at the time. And guess what? Medical sales came to me as an option out of multiple conversations with different people. And actually, while I was looking into it, I thought it could be a very good candidate for me as a career path. That's how I chose it. And it was not easy to get in, but I was able to get in right after university. And this is how my whole career started. And now I'm advocating why it's a good career to consider. It's a valuable career to consider, because I think what you learn from it, regardless of how long you're going to stay in it, is it going to be 2 years or 10 years or 20 years? You can learn so much. And the skills that I personally value the most that you can learn from this is obviously communication. As I mentioned, I wanted to perfect my communication skills, and sales, I think any sales job would make that happen. But medical sales is a higher tier, I think, sales job, because you are dealing with particularly difficult customers, because they are dealing with people's health, they are dealing with life and death situations, so you need to be very efficient in your communication with them. I learned how to interact with people at different levels in the hospital, with different types of stakeholders inside the business, on both ends, on the customer end and also on the end of the company. Because obviously by working with different companies, different managers, different layers in different departments of the company, you learn how to communicate effectively with all of them. I learned how to ask right questions. I learned how to actually question the status quo. I think it's a very important sales process. I also think I learned time management. I learned how to prioritize my time. I learned how to manage my time. Again, I don't think I was struggling with it even before the job. I think I was very organized. I think I'm an organized person. But when you are in the business scenario, when you have to make decisions based on your opportunity cost and what is your biggest return on your investment of your time, I think this is where my business brain started to develop itself so quickly, because you need to know which opportunity makes more sense right now and how to prioritize it. I think it's an amazing skill to have, and I strongly believe that companies will be hiring people who are capable of doing so efficiently more and more. Regardless of all the technologies, regardless of all of the AI, etc., business decisions based on opportunity cost and on return on investment will be always valuable, and companies, managers will always look for people who can do that effectively. Another skill I think that the skill or the feature, the skill or part of my character that I developed with medical sales career, I definitely learned how not to take things personally. In doing sales or business development, for that matter, you always have a high chance of hearing no. But once you stop taking it personally and treat it as business, you are set. You're set for success, and you're set for a long-term success. That's how I would describe it. From the business perspective and business skills, I would name a few as well. For example, marketing. I think I've learned it through the process. I also learned product management through the process, through all the interactions I've had with companies and how the product was developed over time. I think I learned business strategy. I think through doing the work, through understanding why companies pushing one product and not another one, or adding another product line, or selling off a part of the business. If you are curious about it, and if you spend time putting two and two together, you will understand the bigger strategy of the company and why certain decisions are made. Especially when you're a frontliner and you also can see how the end users are reacting to new product or old product or a competitive product. You start to understand how companies are making decisions on a higher level. So I think it's a very important skill to have, and it will help you if you decide to choose medical sales right now as a career path. I think it will definitely help you to understand how the business strategy will work out eventually, and how people market products, medical, healthcare products, and how they build strategies on what is going on to the market next. I also think I learned how to analyze competition, how to interact with competition, how to negotiate. I think it's also a business skill to have. So I think my point in this video is to reply to those people who were looking for an advice and they were not certain if medical sales is a career to pursue. And again, it's a personal choice. It's not up to me to tell you or give you an advice if you should or should not do it. But I think if you are looking to develop yourself, and if you are leaning towards sales in any way, and if you are curious about medicine, medical products, medical technologies, I think it's a great career to pursue and to try to get in, even though it's competitive, even though it's not easy, even though it's going to be a long learning curve, but it can be a long-term career. It can be both. It can be a short-term career with great payoff because you learn so much, or it can be a long-term career where you'll become a specialist in your area, in your field, and that could be a great career. And I've met multiple people with fantastic careers in this area. I hope this video gave you a little bit more perspective. Please let me know if you have more questions, and I'll see you in my next video.